Praise the Lord, oh, my soul. Ooh, praise the Lord, oh, my soul. Ooh, yeah, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, yeah, my soul. Yeah, praise the Lord, my soul. Never going back to the life that I lived before.
Yo, let me tell you something, right? By the way, my name's G Money. I'm a radio presenter from I'm from all over the place. At the moment, I'm in Amsterdam, but I'm from the UK, from Jamaica, but I live in Kenya right now. You came to Kenya, and you literally filled out a venue in Kenya. I didn't even know the show was taking place. I just saw the videos and I'm like, who is this guy who's coming to my town, into my city, and filling up a venue without consulting the boss?
Come on, I'm so sorry, man.
Chairman, what kind of behavior is that?
Apologies.
But you had a good show because my boys, DJ Seme was DJing as well. I think Sleek Maze was DJing as well. It was a good show from what I saw from all the clips. I was DJing at night. But before all of that, your song Bounce, as you know, you've been to Nairobi, you know, it was all over the radio, killing it. The fact that you could fill a show based upon that song there, to me was kind of crazy. But I kind of think we're doing things backwards because Ruger's a star that everybody knows, but we don't know you. We don't know you. So we need to know you today. So first of all, obviously, man, the first question I'm going to ask, I'm going to say, yo, you've been to Kenya already. You've performed in Kenya. Fill up the venue already. Who is Ruger, man? Talk to me. Tell me, who is Ruger?
Ruger is just a guy that takes music too seriously, as I'll say. Take music too seriously. Music is a part of me. Music is me.
Love it.
I'm real. I'm real. Like realness will make you be more relevant when you just say it as it is. Do you
right
when you're supposed to do you understand? And I'm a spiritual person, you know.
I heard that song. That song that you just played a minute ago. Like I was here getting ready, and I was like, "Yo, wait a minute. This is like, yo."
I was recording, and I told my guy, "Yo, I'm getting a choir on this. I don't care how much I'm gonna pay," and I did that immediately.
Right.
So they came.
Right. So I mean, we're going all over the place, but is that new music for the next release, or is that like you live in the studio and you felt that vibe and that's what's happening? Talk to me.
I live in the studio and I felt the vibe and that's what's happening. We don't know what will happen at the end of the day. So like we're just creating.
Right.
The cheat code is to continue creating.
I love that.
You understand? Don't stop creating.
Especially in this era. Because I don't do interviews, I do conversations, especially in this era where everything moves so quickly. You're hot on TikTok, then you're hot on IG, then you're hot here, and then you're gone. You've disappeared. So I think when you say the trick is to continue creating, I think that shows to me that you're kind of clued up about where you want to go and where you want to take this.
Definitely. Definitely. It's just I just want to be, I want to tell my story, you understand? Because I'm a person, I make music out of experience. So it's easier for me to just tell you how I feel. I don't do songs because I want to create a jam.
Right.
Because I want to let the club bang.
Right.
I create music based on how I feel at the moment so that some certain set of people will be able to relate. Different sets of people will be able to relate to different type of music I put out.
Right.
I put some, yell them.
Right.
You're wiggling.
Right.
I put some for the people spiritually inclined. They're praising. I put songs out for the men them that are rugged and all of that.
Right.
So it's based on how I feel at the moment, how I want it to be interpreted.
Right.
And that's how I'm going to do it. And once I continue like that, I feel and I know that the sky is just the beginning for me. So
Ruger, you're sounding like an artist, bro. You're sounding like an art. Like you look at this like art. Like I'm liking what I'm hearing, my G. Because you know, like, and I always say to artists, man, I'm an old man. I've seen so many come, seen so many go, and the ones who remain are the ones who respect the art. Because art never dies.
Never.
And when I hear you talking about making music for all different elements of your fan base, and then making music outside of the box, I'm like, wait a minute. It's not just bounce and Snapchat and them thing there. You get me? It's real.
No, it's all about that. Life is not all about that. Life is also about sitting down to think.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, man, let's talk a bit more about, because obviously you came to our attention during the pandemic. Your EP, your first EP was actually called Pandemic. And it's like, it's very rare for someone to, you know, I've been to Nigeria so many times. Like everyone in Nigeria is an artist. Everybody, I'm in Nigeria. Everyone's like, yo, G, I want to be a star in Kenya. I'm like, yo, okay. So so it's very rare. Think about this. During a pandemic, when the world is on lockdown, for an artist to appear, call his EP Pandemic, by the way, and immediately find a fan base ready for him. Because you didn't have the clubs. The clubs weren't open. It was just like, yo, like it came out of nowhere. Was this your intention, or did it just happen organically? Did you sit in your house and you were like, yo, okay, pandemic, I'm gonna make some TikTok music, and I'm gonna do what was that moment like?
Well, everything that has happened so far has been organic. When I first came out, I tweeted something. I said that in the coming years, I'm going to have the craziest fan base ever to come out of Africa.
Right.
Few years to come. Because I'm doing it what I'm doing for all, you know. I didn't come out with, when I first came out, I didn't come out with a dance song. I didn't come out with a lady song. I came out with, man, I spit fire to the mic from day one. Me, I know stress. After me bed rest into the kitchen, make bread and bacon. It was so confronting.
Right.
So it was a different approach. So I knew that some people were like,
who is this?
Who is this? Who is this saying all this? Come on. And some people were like, the energy.
Right.
So like, I know, I just put it into God's hands, because I'm a type of person, I never focus on the result. I never think about the result of I don't think of what will come out of what I do. I think of what I'm doing now. I just do the work, and whatever happens. You understand? I don't expect too much from life. I don't expect too much from what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, it turns out, boom, it's out there, it's everywhere, and everyone jamming to it. Then I thank God at the end of the day for everything that's happened. And I respect everyone loving me and, playing me on the radio, jamming to my music. I have core fans.
Yo, because I sometimes as a radio presenter, you have to interview people. Yeah. And sometimes, unfortunately, we have to tell lies. Like sometimes we'll be like, so you've got this hot song that's bubbling in the clubs, and it's not really bubbling. But you want the guy to feel good, because at the end of the day, encouragement sweetens labor, right? I don't have to do that with you, because your tunes are ripping like Dior right now in Nairobi, and I guess around the world, because I'm in Amsterdam. I just came from buying sneakers, and I walked into the sneaker store, and I don't know the language, and these people be like, "One man looking good in Dior," and I'm like, I'm supposed to be speaking to this dude in an hour's time. So it's like your songs are getting played around the world. I was in Atlanta a few months ago, And the first Uber that I took, 1 o'clock in the morning, coming from somewhere I shouldn't have been. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Somewhere I shouldn't have been. And I get into the Uber at 1:30 in the morning, and all the times I'm in the States, wherever you are, wherever you're in, if you're on the West Coast, you're gonna hear a certain bop. So I'm in the ATL. So when the guy turns in and he pulls up the music and shit, I'm expected to hear, trap and this and that and young boy never broke and all that. Man was playing bounce, bro. And I'm like, this is not the America that I left. Y'all didn't listen to anybody else's music. So I started a conversation. And he starts talking about Afro beats, the rise of Afro beats and the new sound of Afro beats. And for me, I'm a Jamaican, like I said to you at the start, right? I love dancehall music, like without a doubt, right? And I think that Afro beats has surpassed dancehall globally, not because of there's no beef, there's never been any beef, but I think that the rhythmic element of music coming out of the west side of Africa and coming out of Africa, it's so infectious, it's so global, and people like yourself are making songs that people can just turn around and be like, yo, you know what? I can bop with this, whether I'm from Philly or I'm from ATL or I'm from London. And someone like you're at the forefront of that rhythmic Afrobeats movement.
Yeah.
And for me, someone so young, like you've been around. How do you carry that without getting like, oh, I'm Ruger, like a German Luger? How do you get out of that?
And like I said, I'm the kind of person that don't focus on results. So like I take every hailings, every
accolades,
every hype, every accolades as an encouragement to work harder, to go in harder. You understand? Because as you see, like I don't go out of my house, man. Wow. I'm always.
So are you home now?
Yeah, I'm at home. I have a studio in my house.
And I'm glad you built a studio in your house, dog. That means you're serious.
So, like, I'm always here. Whatever I need, I get it. I order my food. I don't go out except I'm being booked for a show.
Right.
You understand? So, like, it gives me time to be able to think and not hear a lot of what people are saying outside about me.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
I'm just in the studio. Even if I'm not in the studio, I'm just playing FIFA with my guys.
When I come to Lagos next month, you said FIFA, I'm coming to beat you, bro. I'm coming to beat you.
I know. Come on.
Let me tell you, the last artist, Chronix, came to Kenya. And Chronix is like, yo, I can play FIFA, dog. I had to strap him up, though.
Come on.
I'm
not saying beat me. There's no problem. I'm waiting.
Okay. So let me ask you now. You're in your home, you're in the studio. From a production perspective, because if one thing I like about your music, especially Dior, by the way, I love the intro to Dior. Because as a DJ, if you're into music, that intro, and then the drum kicks in and it goes into the beat, that is not usual. It's very distinctive. Many DJs probably say, what the hell is this guy talking about? But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Definitely.
From a production perspective, who handles that for you? Are you one of those guys who dabble in the studio? Do you have a team that you work with? How does that work for you?
I have a team that I work with. So, the person that produced my whole EP, his name is Cook Beats. Well, let me tell you, Cook Beats. I'm the type of person, like, I love making music from the scratch.
Right.
I'm not the type of artist that I'll just go into a studio and the producer will just play a beat and I'll just be like, yo, come on, let's go.
Right. And
we're vibing because I love most times I love to co-produce my beats.
Right.
I love to put something into my beats. I love to tell you that, okay, let's try this. Let's take this to another level with this kind of, you understand? So we are making right from the keyboard, we are moving to the laptop, we're inputting everything. that's what makes it interesting, because I grew up in the choir. I'm used to that life.
Right. So you grew up in the church?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, then everybody in Nigeria grew up in the church, because, man, let me tell you, y'all go to church like for real, like y'all are professional churchgoers.
For real. Then maybe afterwards, anyone can turn to whatever they want to turn to.
But you gotta go to church.
Everyone grew up in the church.
Right. How is your success? Like, do you have siblings, brothers, sisters? Like, what's your family set up? Like, how has your success influenced your family life?
Well, everything is better now, you know.
Amen. Everything you put your hands to, amen.
Man, you know, everything is better now, you know. I take family too seriously, you know. I would do anything for my family.
That's beautiful.
That was like, they are my first supporters. So that's the way it is. I have 2 sisters. I'm the only boy. So because my parents. So that's the way we are.
Are they older or are they younger?
One younger, one older.
So
yeah.
The younger one must love you. She's like, yo, that's my bro. It's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely beautiful, man. And I think, like, outside of music, like, obviously, you know, I'm like I said, I'm happy to catch up with you because we've been trying to do this for a minute. And I'm outside of the studio, outside of your house, because, you know, it's so easy to become cocooned in your own space. Like, I could never leave this room. I could spend the rest of my life in this room. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you detox from even from music and from the negative energy that's out there? You know, like, for example, the other day, I read something the other day. I'm just fixing my iPad. I read something the other day where people are saying, this guy as who wanted you to sing something, and like, I think trying to remember. I think you'd asked him to produce something, and then he didn't talk to you, and then now you became a star. He wanted to talk to you again, and guys are like, no, you should just be humble. Because I'm like this, yo. I know the struggle, and I know what it's like when you ask for help, because as a man, it's so hard to ask somebody for help. And when they don't mess with you, and then you blow and they come back, bro, I'm a Jamaican. I'm about to say, yo, you weren't shooting in the gym with me, my G.
Come on.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But people can't see it. A lot of people can't see that.
Man, I didn't like that situation. I didn't even reply to the producer, though. I didn't even open the page. I just saw it. You understand? I'm telling you, 99.9% of everyone that was saying whatever they were saying
the same way.
Verses. We respond verses. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We respond with verses. But you know, social media, people are in their space, so they can do whatever they like. You know, they can lie.
True.
They can, and no one will hold them. You know, they can say the truth. No one will hold. They can lie. No one will hold them. They can kill someone with their words, and no one will hold them.
Yeah, it's true.
You understand what I'm saying? So, how I detox is sleep, man. I sleep a lot.
I love this guy. When's your birthday, bro?
23rd of September.
This guy. You have the same birthday as my sister, bro. We're literally family. We're family. Libra. You're Libra. You're Libra. 23rd of September.
Libra way.
Fam, let me tell you something, bro. I respect the honesty because, like I said to you, I don't do interviews. I do conversations, right?
Yeah.
And I respect the fact that you said that because, like you said, social media is like an echo chamber. And everybody is righteous on social media until proven otherwise. And especially for someone in your space who is young, who's grown up in this social media era, for some people, it can make you or it can break you. And I'm glad to see that you have the firm grasp of what is real as opposed to what is just some long thing. You get me?
Definitely.
And I respect that, my G. Do you like football? Oh, obviously you play FIFA. Which team do you support? Which football team?
I'm a United fan. No, you're not do that, man.
Well,
Stop.
okay. Listen. Let me tell you. I'm an Arsenal fan, right? We've been struggling for a long time. So The pain you're going through as a Man United fan, get used to it. Enjoy it.
Well, I'm good. I know we're gonna bounce back.
No, I mean, and it's a long game, you know what I mean? End of the day, like I always say to people, when you've had a level of success and a level of continued success, people always want you to fall. So it's human nature.
Yeah,
but I hope that your team suffers for a long time. So moving on. So when are you back in the region? When are you planning to come back down to the east side? Did you manage, like you were in Kenya, did you do Tanzania? Did you do Rwanda? Did you do Uganda?
Well, I'm going to Uganda next week.
Really?
No, this week. So this week.
What
I'm
day?
going to Uganda on Thursday. I have a show on the 12th.
The 12th. Man, I have a show in Nairobi, in Kenya the 12th. I would have just flown over for the show, my G. But there'll be other times, I'm sure. No, you live once. So I'm the kind of person, like, if you're performing in UG and I'm not doing nothing, I would jump on a plane and just come and check out the show because I like music.
We should stay in contact. I like your vibe, man.
No, we're going to stay because I know a time's gonna come when you're gonna want to do like a proper dancehall thing. And when it comes to Jamaica, I got that locked. So when you need the real man, them, we'll talk about that, my G.
Let's go.
I mean? But no doubt, and I'm definitely gonna look for you when I come to Lagos. I'm going to Abuja for a wedding in the end of March, so I'm probably gonna do Lagos from Abuja. So I'm definitely gonna try and find you. I mean, you'll probably be on a world tour somewhere, and you'll be like, "Who is this? Who is this? I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I only did an interview with him. We're not friends.
We're not friends."
But I like your energy, my G. I won't lie, man. And for personally, I think you're a breath of fresh air to the scene. And I love the fact that you believe in music, because a lot of people nowadays don't believe in music. And I love the fact that you believe in music and the musicianship and getting involved in the production. And, it's so easy to shortcut. The fact that you told me you got a choir in to do that hook, I'm like, yo, this guy is taking music seriously. So I respect you for that, bro. And it doesn't take it doesn't take a whole summer to recognize sunshine, my G. So I reckon that your future is bright. And I also think that you're making some good music. And that's on the real. Yeah. You know what I mean? So don't come back to my town and don't come to look for me at the radio station. I know people. I don't care if you're ex-military or you finished your NYS service. I don't care. Man, a bad man. So
before we go,
yes, tell me, talk to me.
The Lord. Before we go, let's praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
My soul, ooh, praise the Lord, my soul, ooh, yeah, praise the Lord, yeah, my soul, yeah, praise the Lord, never going back to the Amen, Jehovah. I do more than the things that I did before. Amen, Jehovah. And if I don't die, them will bury me down for food. Them will forget me by now. General Ruba, he never knock the door. And never going backward. Never that do. Tell them no. Never that do. Let them know. Never that do. Never that do. Backward. Never that do. Never that do.
That's mad. Brother, let me tell you something. I don't know how much you know about like dancehall culture, Jamaican dancehall culture, right? So in Jamaica, one of the biggest things that artists do is that they make these things called dub plates. So a dub plate is when you make a song, like you do Dior, and you be like, G Money looking good in Dior. And I play it in the club, and the club goes mad. Brother, that song you're playing there, if I hear a DJ in Kenya play it before me on my morning show, if I hear that song in Kenya before I play it on my morning show, brother, I'm looking for you, my G. That's a banger. Yeah. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna tell your management, you're gonna tell Sony, Taps, and everybody who's been emailing me all day. You're gonna say to them, this song must premiere in East Africa on G Money in the morning on Homeboys Radio.
G Money in the morning on Homeboy Radio.
On Homeboys Radio.
Come on.
Do we have a deal?
We have a deal.
We have a deal, my G. Listen, I know you're in the studio. I know you're busy. It's been an amazing conversation, my G. We could talk about music, and we're just touching the iceberg. I wanted people to know a bit more about you. And like I said, I don't do interviews. I do conversations. And it's been a pleasant and amazing conversation. Stay in touch. I don't know how I'll get my details. I'm not hard to find.